What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simple Sports Hub, where we talk all things Washington Commanders football. And yes, we are in the off season. And yes, I have not dropped a video for you guys in a while. Personal life has been personal lifing, and I've been trying to deal with some things. But your boy is back. Your boy is back. I got some content to drop because the off season is ramping up. We got a lot of big things coming up. One big thing right now, NFL Combine starts February 27th. So I'm definitely going to be tuned into that. I definitely got some videos I need to drop about, potential prospects that I would like to see our Washington Commanders draft. But right now, as you see on the screen next to me, is that, hey, the big breaking news right now, our Washington Commanders has allowed our D tackle from Alabama, first round pick, Jonathan Allen, to consider, or to seek, trade partners to find himself a new home. Now, if I seen a little bit, we're gonna watch the video from AP. He kind of spoke about it a little bit, but hey, I think most of the fan base, most of the content creators that's out there that speaks about the Washington Commanders kind of alluded to potentially one of our D tackles departing from our team just because of the production level, man, and the amount of money that we're spending in our interior D line. Those two guys making a lot of money, but the production just ain't speaking for itself. Yes, Jonathan Allen got hurt last year and he was out majority of the year, but when he came back, and again, there's nothing against him, nothing against, his production and what he was able to do. You just didn't see that interior D line money show up in stats, if that makes sense. We was last, almost second to last, or if not last in run defense. And I'm not blaming Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen. I'm not blaming just those two guys, but it's just what we spoke about in the, early on in the season about not seeing these guys get to the quarterback, not seeing them stuff runs in the backfield. It just makes you feel like, hey man, we all kind of knew that we was gonna lose one of these guys. Me personally, I wanted to keep Daron Payne because he's just a younger guy, and I don't think that you can, with this in one offseason, I don't think you can just replace both of these guys right away. And again, I'm a fan first. I'm a fan of the team. I'm not a players fan. So the only player that we better not see get traded, talked about trading, is Jaden Daniels, which is our franchise quarterback. But right now, I appreciate everything Jonathan Allen gave us as a player. He was the rah-rah guy before, some of these other guys into the locker room last season. He was the guy that, kind of gave his heart and soul to the team. And again, from a statistical standpoint, yes, he didn't have like large numbers, multiple 10-sack seasons and things like that. And I kind of wanted to see him finish his career out, especially guys that we draft. That's just something in me internally. Like, I just kind of want to see guys that we draft retire with us, but I know that it's a business side to it too, right? And it doesn't always play out like that. Not everybody retires with the team that they're drafted with, and you see it more and more, as the league and it's across the league wide, right, and team wide, NFL, NBA. A lot of players don't end up. I think Kobe was probably the last person we seen get drafted by his team and retire with his team, but play his whole career with one team. You just don't see it much. You don't see it much. Hey, we saw Tom Brady go somewhere else. We saw Peyton Manning go somewhere else, right? So nothing changes for Jonathan Allen, man. If this does happen, I do just want to say thank you, Jonathan Allen, for everything you gave to this organization. We appreciate, the heart, sweat, and tears that you laid on the line for us, even in the midst of being a horrible ass team. But hey, a business is a business, and I do. If you want to go seek other opportunities that's going as you enter the back half of your career, and you want to have a chance at playing at a Super Bowl, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I hope we get good value back for you, so that we can continue to build our team. And even if you stay, even if you don't find a trade partner and you stay, I still think that there's other moves that we can make, and I'm gonna talk about it in a few. Some of the things that I was just talking to other Commanders fans about going into next season. And, again, my number one off-season acquisition that I think we need to make is a pass rusher. We need an elite pass rusher that can win one-on-one matchups on the outside because, and I'm going to get into it right now, and then I'm going to get into some of the teams I can foresee Jonathan Allen going to, what some of the trade value I think we can get back for a guy that's getting ready to turn 30. Is pretty much on the back end of his career. I think this is his final contract. I think it is. And I do think that we can, potentially get some good value back for him, right? I do think that there is my bad, give me 1 second. My bad, y'all. I do think that there's some good stuff that we can get back for him, some good value that we can get back for him. And I do think that, if he doesn't go anywhere and we can find in this offseason, again, I know everybody's been talking about Myles Garrett, finding an elite pass rusher. I believe that if you can get pressure from the outside, that frees up some D tackles from facing double team, because that's a lot what Daron Payne and Jonathan Allen was facing. They was getting combo blocked, where they wasn't worried about the outside rushers. They wasn't fearing them, and they wasn't worried about interior pressure. Like, hey, I'm not saying that they face double teams every time. I'm not saying that. But I do think that if we can get a guy like Myles Garrett, that would help us out tremendously. Khalil Mack. I know I've seen some about one of the Bosa brothers, the Bosa brother for the Chargers. I can't never remember which one. I think that's Joey. Joey Bosa, being released. So some free agent, Max Crosby being traded. Getting an edge rusher is one of our biggest concerns going into this offseason. And if we do trade him, he's going to be, if Jonathan Allen does find a team, then yes, I think that pick can probably be used to go and obtain an elite pass rusher or in a pass rusher period, right? So I just hope that if he does go, I'm happy for him. I'm happy wherever he goes. Just as long as it ain't in the division. Don't go to the Eagles. Don't go to the Cowboys or the Giants. Even though, hey, if you want a chance to win a Super Bowl, you want to go to the defending champs, you're going to the Philadelphia Eagles, because that's your chance right there, right? But we know how hard it is to repeat. Kansas City was able to do it. It's damn near impossible to three-peat, as history has shown us. But Jonathan Allen, man, with teams where I think that he can possibly fit in at and help out right away. And this is just in no specific order. I'm not ranking it worst to last. It's just teams I'm thinking of off the top of my head. The Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, also the Detroit Lions. You got the Bengals. I think it helped them out. What's another team? If I don't know what direction San Francisco is going in, they could probably help out San Francisco. What's another team in the NFC? The Ravens. He can help out the Ravens for sure. And those are like just some of the teams like that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. There are some other teams that probably had injuries last year, that are probably going to be a better off, or through this offseason, they going to be a better team, and they're going to be a contention team as well, right? So, but those are the top teams that I can think of off the top of my head that is, hey, history and past seasons. They're a consistent playoff team, and they're a consistent team that's going to make it to the AFC and NFC championship. So those are the couple of teams that I'm thinking about. What I think we can get back in value, anywhere from a 4th to a 5th round pick. If it's a multiple team trade, we can get back a player potentially. I don't know who, but again, what I think from this news breaking, I think that there's just an understanding between the two, that as his career, goes on the back end, and as he looking more closely to retiring, he wants to potentially play for a starting franchise. I mean, a contending franchise that's going to potentially make the Super Bowl. So those are the teams I think he can go to. Those are the teams that I think that he can, compete right now. And, he probably can go further, even though we was in the NFC Championship. And then again, if you don't find a trade partner, I don't mind keeping him. But again, I just think that we truly need to add some elite edge rusher, an elite edge rusher. And I know that can come from the draft or from a trade. I know the drafting type of guys is it's a major question mark. But again, trading for Myles Garrett, who's had back-to-back 14 sack seasons, we don't know if he's going to give us the same type of energy that he gave in Cleveland. Sometimes, and from our franchise, we go get guys, we trade for guys, and they don't give us nothing. But I mean, that's the old regime, that's the old way of thinking. But just right now, I do think that we need to get an edge rusher still to go along with him. But hey, wish him nothing but the best. Hopefully he finds a good trade partner, a good team to go to, and hopefully we can get anywhere. The best case scenario, we get a third. If we can get a third for him, that'd be lovely. So I'll take a third, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Drop a like on the video, and also drop a comment, man. Where you think Jonathan Allen is gonna end up, or is he gonna stay with us? And what you think we're gonna get back for him, man. And with that being said, hey, I got more content coming to y'all, man. And y'all already know it's Raised Hell. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be easy.